Hi, this is Ulf from VOMITORY, and you're listening to What's Metal?
Your next album will be released in February, when I'm right. And maybe you can give us some general info about the recording process, how many songs will be included on that one.
It's going to be released, I think, in April, in the middle of April. We're not sure at the moment. There's not a date set yet because of this tour. You know, we finished the recordings in the studio 2 weeks ago, and then we just had to rehearse a set for this tour, and then we're going on tour. So we haven't prepared everything for the CD yet, you know. So when we come back from this tour, we have to sit down and work everything out with the covers and everything. So, but sometime in April.
What are the changes to the older releases?
Well, it's a vomitory album. It's a step up from the last one, Revelation Nausea. It's if you like Revelation Nausea, you should like this one.
I visited your website, and there was a list of the new songs, and one of these songs is yet untitled. So, can you please tell us something more about this song, and do you have a tentatively title right now?
Well, we haven't actually given it a title yet, so that's one of the things we have to take care of when we come back from this tour. So we wrote the lyrics in the studio when we were down in the studio, but we hadn't got any title for it at the moment. So, but it will work out.
So while recording the vocals for the new album, I heard that some of the headphones broke. So please, can you tell us what's behind that story?
It's Eric, the vocalist. He's a madman when it comes to headphones. He destroys every pair he gets hold of. So I think he managed to destroy about 3 or 4 pairs of them. I don't know how he does it, but he's good at it.
But he doesn't destroy them with his voice.
No, I don't really know how he destroys them, but they just broke down.
Okay. So the vinyl releases of your first 2 albums have been delayed. So what's the reason for that?
The last thing we heard about the vinyl releases was that it was some kind of problem with the pressing at the company who was making them. I haven't heard anything else, so we're still waiting for those vinyl versions, but we don't know what has happened actually.
And they will be released by Fadeless Records, or who is doing that?
I think it's going to be Hammerheart, you know. So yeah, because Fadeless became the part of Hammerheart, and now it's just Hammerheart as one label, you know. So it's going to be released on Hammerheart.
VOMITORY is quite an old name in the scene, and you, yeah, I think it was 95 when you signed to Fadeless Records, or 96. Weren't there any offers from bigger labels, from major labels, because death metal was a big thing back then?
Well, we had a couple of offers, not from any major labels, but we had some offers from smaller labels, but we weren't satisfied with any of the deals they gave us. So that's a big reason why we didn't release any full-length album until 1996.
Somewhere in the early 90s, you released a 7-inch, the Moribund 7-inch, and the first 1,000 copies of it have a misprint. So what really is misprinted on these singles?
Everything was supposed to be black was white, and everything was supposed to be white was black, you know. So that's you should recognize it when you see it, you know, because it's basically the majority of the cover is in white, where it should have been in black instead, you know.
So okay, then I have the normal version. Okay. So There's one guy who did a lot of cover artwork for you, Peter Dalegren, already on the demo things. Who is that guy, and what is he doing normally? Is he a designer or?
Yeah, he's an artist. He's a painter, you know. He draws paintings and stuff like that. So it's a friend of ours, you know. He's from the same area as we're from in Sweden. So he's a really good friend, and we have been using him for every release so far. But for this new CD that's gonna be released in April, there's a new artist who had made the cover, so that's a change.
So, Raped in Their Own Blood has been produced by an obscure guy called Living Skull, or yes, Living Skull. Who is that person?
That's a well-hidden secret, I guess. I don't know if he wants to be revealed his true identity. I don't think so. So we'll keep it a secret.
Maybe you give us some certain hints.
Well, I know him really well, and he's a great friend of mine. So he's really into this metal scene, and he's listening to this kind of music. So.
And he's from your city? He is from your city?
What?
He is from your area?
Yes, yes.
Are any of the band members involved in other projects, other bands besides VOMITORY?
Not at the moment. We have had some projects throughout the years. Almost everybody who is in VOMITORY today has been playing in other bands from time to time, but at the moment we're only playing for VOMITORY, and well, our drummer is going to a school and learning to be a producer, so he's pretty busy with that kind of stuff. So,
what are the names of these bands where you have jammed already?
Well, it's Eureka, Psychedelic Sunrise, Nesgarov, name a few.
Do you think that at the moment the traditional death metal has something like a revival after we survived this melodic death metal attack?
Yeah, I definitely think so. There's been an increasing interest in old school death metal once again, and I really enjoy it, because I wouldn't call this other kind of music for death metal, because for me personally, death metal is the old stuff like that came out in the early 90s, like Entombed and Grave and stuff like that. So I'm just happy for the revival.
Yeah. 2 days ago, I have seen that Grave will again tour. So, are they still active? I thought they broke up a few years ago.
They're still around. They were recently played a gig in Stockholm a couple of months ago, but I don't actually know what the members are. I know Jörgen Sandström isn't a member of Grave anymore, so I don't know exactly which members are playing in Grave at the moment, but they're around.
So our show is called What's Metal? Our show is called What's Metal? What do you think is metal? Is it more music or a lifestyle?
I think it's both, you know, because it's such a big part of everyone's life who listens to metal, so it becomes a lifestyle as well, you know, and you have to be a certain kind of people to become, you know, metalhead, you know, so I think it's both.